Did you know the humble apple has shaped history, inspired myths, and sparked debates across centuries? From being labeled as a forbidden fruit to symbolizing knowledge and temptation, the apple has a story richer than you might think. Stay tuned because today we're diving into the fascinating history, surprising facts, and cultural mysteries of one of the world's most beloved fruits. And by the end of this video, you'll see apples in a whole new light. Let's get started. Hey there, and welcome back to the Grow channel, where we explore the amazing world of plants, gardening, and the stories behind the food we grow. Today, we're talking about one of the most iconic fruits of all time, the apple. Apples are more than just a snack or an ingredient in your favorite pie. They've traveled across continents, been the subject of myths, and even influenced science and technology. Hello, Apple Inc. But why is this fruit so special? We'll uncover its journey from ancient origins to modern orchards, reveal some of the names it's known by around the world, and answer a burning question. Why does the apple have such a mix of good and bad reputations in culture? Stick around because you won't want to miss the surprising truth. The apple's story begins in Central Asia, specifically the Tian Shan Mountains of modern-day Kazakhstan. Wild apples, known as Malus sieversii, grew here thousands of years ago and were the ancestors of the apples we enjoy today. These apples were smaller and tarter than the sweet varieties we now recognize. As travelers and traders journeyed along the Silk Road, they carried apple seeds with them, spreading the fruit to Europe and the Middle East. Eventually, colonists brought apples to the Americas, where they thrived in diverse climates. The apple didn't just travel physically, it carried symbolism with it. In Greek mythology, it was the golden apple that sparked the Trojan War. In Christianity, the apple became associated with temptation and original sin, even though the Bible never explicitly mentions the fruit of the tree of knowledge as an apple. In Norse mythology, apples were considered a source of immortality, and in folk tales like Snow White, they symbolized both beauty and danger. Did you know the apple goes by many names across the globe? Here are a few. In French, it's pomme. In Spanish, it's manzana. In German, it's Apfel. In Italian, it's mela. In Hindi, it's seb. Each name reflects the apple's integration into different cultures. Interestingly, the Latin word malum means both apple and evil, which might explain some of the fruit's mixed symbolism. Now, let's dive into some fascinating facts about apples that you probably didn't know. First, there are thousands of varieties. Did you know there are over 7,500 varieties of apples worldwide? From the sweet Fuji to the tart Granny Smith, there's an apple for every taste. Fun fact, if you tried one new variety every day, it would take you over 20 years to try them all. They float. Ever wondered why apples float in water? It's because they're made up of 25% air. This fun fact is why bobbing for apples became a popular party game. The largest apple ever recorded weighed a whopping 4 pounds and 1 ounce. It was grown in Japan by Chisato Iwasaki in 2005. An apple is related to roses. Believe it or not, apples belong to the Rosaceae family, making them close relatives of roses. This might explain why apple blossoms are so beautiful and fragrant. The science behind the crunch, that satisfying crunch when you bite into an apple. It's thanks to the cell walls in the fruit. When you bite, the pressure breaks the cells, releasing juice and creating that iconic sound. Let's address the elephant in the room. Why does the apple have such a complex reputation? The good, apples are often seen as a symbol of health and vitality. The saying "an apple a day keeps the doctor away" originated in Wales in the 19th century, and it's not far from the truth. Apples are packed with vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. Plus, they're incredibly versatile. You can eat them fresh, bake them, juice them, or even turn them into cider. The bad, despite its health benefits, the apple also has a darker side in culture. Its association with the biblical story of Adam and Eve gave it a reputation as the forbidden fruit. In folklore, it's often linked to deception and danger. Think of the poisoned apple in Snow White. But here's the twist. The apple's bad reputation is largely based on interpretation. Over time, it became a convenient symbol for temptation and curiosity, which are universal human traits. So, what makes the apple so fascinating? It's more than just a fruit, it's a connection to our past, a metaphor for our desires, and a key player in agriculture and science. Take a moment to think about this. Every time you bite into an apple, you're participating in a journey that began thousands of years ago in the wild forests of Asia. And if you have an apple tree in your garden, you're continuing that legacy in your own backyard. Isn't that amazing? If you're growing apples at home or planning to, here's what you need to know. Apples love sunlight, so pick a sunny spot. They thrive in well-drained soil. Be patient, apple trees take a few years to bear fruit, but the wait is worth it. Now tell me, do you have an apple tree in your garden, or maybe a favorite apple variety you love? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your gardening friends. Subscribe to the Grow channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another gardening adventure. In our next video, we'll explore the 5 easiest fruit trees to grow at home. Perfect for beginners, you won't want to miss it. Thank you for watching, and remember, every apple has a story. What will yours be?